from Dante Boxing Nation.
Dante's Boxing Nation, what's going on, guys? So Keyshawn Davis, he does it again. He advances to the gold medal match, gets a hard-fought win over Armenia's Hovannes Bahckov. This guy Bahckov, he's no joke. Very aggressive, very strong, and an accurate puncher on top of all of that. You know, sometimes you'll have aggressive fighters, but they'll be predictable. They'll telegraph punches, and they're flat-footed. This guy, he comes in fast and lets those really hard shots go. But almost everything he did today was unsuccessful against the very talented Keyshawn Davis. Keyshawn, he boxed beautiful. He got this man's respect, catching him with beautiful check hooks, uppercuts, jabs, right hands, everything. Great body shots. He does it all. And he has an impeccable defense. And now he goes to the gold medal match. It's all or nothing now, guys. He's going to go up against one of the most talented fighters on the Cuban team, Andy Cruz. This man has already beat Keyshawn Davis 3 times, believe it or not. But every single time he beat him, the fights were extremely close. What I noticed with the Keyshawn Davis fights, at least when Keyshawn was fighting against the Cuban, surprisingly, the Cuban, he was showing Keyshawn a lot of respect in the fight, which is why the fights were so close. You know, when he's fighting against these guys in his bracket in the Olympics, he's letting his hands go. He's very comfortable. But he was really, really reluctant to let his hands go against Keyshawn Davis. So that tells me he has a lot of respect for Keyshawn. Now, this is not going to be an easy fight for Keyshawn to win, but I truly believe it. I'm not just saying it because I want him to win, but I truly believe he has a really, really good chance of beating Andy Cruz when it counts the most in the Olympics. The main thing he needs to make sure he doesn't do is get complacent and allow Andy Cruz to dictate everything that's going on. He can't allow Andy to always be first. This is a mistake I think Shakur Stevenson made when he fought against the Cuban, Ramirez. It was a very, very close fight. They could have went either way. But I noticed, I think it was in the 3rd round, there were times when Shakur was waiting for Ramirez to punch first. And that was his mistake. Because there's no guarantee if you wait for them, you're going to get them back right away. So you're waiting, and then this guy throws a 3-4 punch combination, and maybe he lands 1 or 2. And then once you try to retaliate, he's already gone. So he won that exchange. This is the reason why you cannot allow them to be first all the time. Sometime they will have to be first, but it can't be all the time. There's obviously going to be times in this fight where Keyshawn, he's going to have to box Andy, but then there's other times when he's going to have to ambush him. That means out of nowhere, you jump on him, make him uncomfortable, get your combinations off, and then reset. That means back up and get back to your jab. And most importantly, once again, be first. You don't have to always be first, but just be first enough to show the judges that you're the one that's controlling the pace. You're the one that's dictating the fight. I mean, what Richard Torres did against the Cuban, that was brilliant. And even though he has a different style than Keyshawn Davis, the one thing that he did that I believe you have to do, at least at times in the fight, is you have to overwhelm the Cuban. Once again, you have to take them out of their comfort zone. And that's exactly what Richard Torres did. He didn't allow the Cuban to even think. He was forced to just punch, 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 until eventually the Cuban, he punched himself out. And he was completely gassed out by the 3rd round. But once again, we're talking about super heavyweights. And in that fight, the Cuban, for whatever reason, it looked like he had gained about maybe 20 pounds from the last time they actually fought, because they had fought 2 years ago. Because in the first fight, the Cuban was bouncing and dancing all around the ring. In this fight, matter of fact, in this whole tournament, the Cuban, he never bounced. He stood right in front of his opponent. So with that being said, I'm not saying that Keyshawn needs to fight exactly like Richard Torres, but there's going to be points in this fight, there's going to be times in this fight where you do need to fight like that, even if it's just for 10 seconds in a round. get your points, get this man's respect, and then reset. I've been telling you guys that Keyshawn Davis, he's had the toughest bracket compared to Andy Cruz. A lot of his fights were easier. I mean, he just fought against the Australian fighter in the semifinals, and I had already seen the Australian fighter fight in a previous round. And although he's a decent fighter, I didn't feel he had any chance against Andy Cruz. But surprisingly, once again, there were moments, a lot of moments in this fight where the Australian, he was fighting on the outside with his hands down, pot shotting and stuff like that. And for a while, it kept Andy Cruz honest to where he didn't really engage that much. But by the time he got to the third round, that's when he started completely eating this man alive. He completely dominated him. So we'll see, guys. The fight is this weekend once again. If you didn't see the fight, you can go to my Instagram at Dante's Boxing Nation and watch some of the footage of these fights. That's all I got for now, guys. I'm on to the next one. Fellas, I've got some great news for you. If you've lost your hair or have a receding hairline, the time has come when you can finally get your hairline back through a process called scalp micropigmentation. So here's how it works. It's a hair tattoo that replicates the look of your hair follicles when you have fully shaved it down. So to get this hookup, make sure you follow and contact my man Scalp Carolinas on Instagram. Contact them at 704-499-3471. And make sure you follow them on Instagram. All right, now check this out, guys. If you're looking to repair eczema scars, burns and bruises, dark spots and blemishes, then this right here is the perfect product for you guys. It's called Elo de Key Face and Body Oil. Athletes and top-ranking boxers, they're also using it after training to reduce swelling, inflammation, and to ease the pain. So get yours today. Go to elodekey.com, like them on Facebook, and follow them on Instagram.